What's up, everyone? This is Armaan, Malik here, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Keep watching.
Well, we have this musical superstar. Yes, he is definitely a superstar because the moment I asked his fans for questions a couple of hours back, and there are almost like 400 questions by now, and all sorts of very interesting Twitter handles as well, like Armaan's guitar, Armaan's wifey. They're really interesting. So Armaan, Malik, pleasure having you back on BollywoodHungama.
I'm always glad to be back, talking to you. It's always a pleasure.
Same here, man, and belated happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
And now, how do you react to these Twitter handles like Armaan's guitar and Armaan's wifey? And
I have come to terms with it.
All sorts of names actually, which are very extremely interesting.
Actually, this whole journey of the fans and Armanians that the whole army has become. It started in 2014 when I had debuted with my album, and uske baad I had done my debut in Jai Ho with Salman Bhai. So at that point of time, when these fans had started coming in and started loving my music, and then slowly it became they started loving me, my personality, and those kind of things started through my posts throughout that period. Sure. And they all started getting Mrs. Armaan Malik and all these names. I was like, wow, I'm already married to like 40-50 people.
Yeah,
already.
Much more than that actually, much more than that.
No, at that point of time it was 40-50. Abhi to
40-50.
Abhi nahi pata.
Yeah, must be much more than that.
My mom is troubled with that fact.
Okay, and very interesting sort of comments and questions are there. Like someone is asking that cuteness ka raaz to bata do. So how do you deal with this flirtatiousness with?
Sometimes I also go into the flirty mood, and I think that helps create a very close relation with the fans as well. But I don't go overboard, obviously. I don't want them to think that I'm some weird guy. But I like the fun banter that happens on social media. And as a guy, I think anyone would love to have that much love and attention from the women. Kabhi the male fans keep on telling me, we've been supporting you since the very start, ab to hame dekhte hi nahi ho.
Right.
I was like, it just so happens that the ratio of the women to the men is so much that I don't get to see your notifications on my phone. So that's the reason. Otherwise, and then one day actually I replied to a lot of my male fans. So these guys were, acha, today is the male fan day. And I was like, so these guys got angry, the females.
Okay, that's extremely interesting. Okay, another observation that I have, Armaan, is that since the time we spoke to each other the first time around, I think initially to start with you were quite shy.
Yeah.
Even while talking, and one had to literally just.
So I'm talking about the first interview that we did together.
Yes. Okay. And over a period of time, you've been opening up very nicely. Yeah. So what do you attribute that to? That you're becoming more and more outgoing, and that too, I think you're taking less time. Many times there are people who take far longer to come out of the
shell.
Introverted, the shell, and to just become outgoing.
I think
you've taken less time.
I've actually grown up with the fame. I would like to say, when I got the first wave of the fame and the success with my songs and whatever I was doing musically, that was at the age of 18, and with each year I've grown. I've become 19, 20, 21. I've got different experiences. I've traveled the world. I went for world tours and concerts, and I met different people from different countries, and that I think experiences during this period between 18 to 22 is what makes anyone what they are, and I'm glad that I've turned out this way. I was very introverted at one point. You know how.
I remember that.
I didn't like opening up to many people, that. And you're one of the rare exceptions that I like opening up to and being honest with. And finally, I think I've come to this place where I know where I need to be extrovert and where I need to be introvert. So I still have a shell. That's not going to change because I've always liked to be to myself and not be too outgoing and all. But I've become much more outgoing than I was. Definitely.
Yeah, and that's definitely showing as well. And
it's important. So. It's important.
No, absolutely. And you become so outgoing that you are also busy just quoting controversies, and you're just putting your
actually I've become more like my brother.
You're becoming more like a brother. Yeah, exactly. Amal is, I think he's extremely forthright as well. And but at the same time, you guys are earning a lot of praise as well.
Yeah.
I was speaking to Antara Mitra and Amit and Dev Negi a few days back on the World Music Day, and the entire initiative that you took for the entire Justin Bieber concert. So everyone is on your side.
Yeah.
But don't you feel at times that maybe that
could damage the career?
It can, yeah. Because people tend to have fragile egos.
See, to be honest, like if my dad would have, or dad or mom, because dad has been in the industry, so if he had control over what I would write as a tweet, he would obviously discourage me from doing something like that. But since we are, young people, we have our own mind, and we have the phone right in our hand, and we have that. We have a voice that is heard by many people. And the moment you bring out something that's really, really important, it's important for the fraternity. I did it for the whole community of the singers and the musicians in our country.
Right.
My only idea, I was not jumping into a controversy, first of all. I just voiced my feeling that, whenever any person comes here, any global person comes here, or just anyone from outside of India comes here, they should see what Indian talent is all about. If it's a musical concert, they should see the kind of singers that we have in India to offer. And if we get an opening act opportunity, all the best singers from our country should be the ones to be put forward. As whoever may be selected, it may be me, it may be another person altogether. Many people thought me fit for that show because of the age group that we both used to cater as artists, because he's also got teen fan following. I've also got the same thing back here in India and globally among the Indians. So when I raised the voice, it kind of became a very sensible thing that all the other singers really, really wanted to say, but they didn't say it. I kind of took the initiative to say it, and I didn't target anyone in general. Anyone actually. I just wanted to put that across, and it became whatever. We don't want to get into controversy. I just wanted to voice my feeling. After that, I said कि इसके बाद कोई voicing नहीं करना है. जो voice करना है सिर्फ गाने और कुछ नहीं करना है.
Great.
We're just very honest. I think me and Amal are very, very true and honest, and I think that sometimes could backfire. But I don't think, as long as your work is good and you're singing well, and as long as you're humble, I think that's the main. We didn't show arrogance in any.
Absolutely. And any especially singers or performers or rock stars, they need to have a certain amount of attitude, because that is something which reflects in their music as well. And you can't just
to be honest, you need to have a personality. You need to have a personality, and if you don't have a voice, you don't have a personality. If you're just doing only work, then it's only work that's showing. But people don't know who is Armaan Malik, what does he stand for, and what is his psyche, or what goes on in his mind. Those are certain things that come out with social media. It's become even more easier to get to know how a person is. People already have this whole idea about how I am as a person through probably my posts or my tweets and all, and it helps to form an image of a person. Now it depends on you how you want to form that image. It depends on the kind of tweets you put out. You can also lead to a bad image if you put out wrong tweets. So it's very important what kind of stuff you put out there. It's very
absolutely.
Actually, social media is a very scary place, to be honest.
It is.
You have to be very, very, very careful.
Very careful.
That's why I just stay away from religion, politics, and all. That's a very touchy topic in our country, especially.
Correct.
So it's better just to stay away from that. But if you're talking about your own music and all, I think we should be truthful.
Right. Do you at times think about this thing that this entire hierarchy that we have, say within the industry, that say stars, they are at the top, and say musicians and singers, and they just maybe just contributing, and they have to be at a certain lower pedestal maybe. When I've asked questions for Armaan Malik, the way it is flying, in terms of the way it is just literally one can notice that how it is flying. It is something which I think many of the biggest stars, they cannot command that sort of response right now. Do you find that disparity between, like, say, singers and stars?
To be honest, I feel the meaning of a star in India has changed over the 3-4 years. Till now, I think it was always the Bollywood actors and the A-list stars and the actors. Today, even actresses are becoming stars. So we have seen that shift happen. We have seen a person like Vidya Balan, a person like Kangana Ranaut, becoming stellar names as people who can hold films on their own and release those films and people will go and watch those films. पहले क्या होता था, they were actresses of actors rather than being actresses for the main leading role of a movie or whatever. And for example, I think even if you take the example of Nawazuddin Siddiqui, he's a standalone actor who has a film where he's the leading man and he is commanding a lot of fan love and respect as well.
Absolutely.
If you see the kind of messages people put to him on social media, they really feel that this industry is on one side and his acting and his he's like Irfan Khan, Nawazuddin, these are the people who are stellar actors in our industry.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying there's no set rules that these are stars. You can become a star. There's no definition of a star. And there's a certain thing कि singers are not stars in our country. अभी तक ऐसा था. But now the advent of social media with the kind of fan following that singers also have, and we are also doing activities wherein we are coming to the fore and showing our face as well. Abhi tak there was always we were behind the scenes, being the voice of actors with singles and non-film songs where we are also like Ajana Ferrari mein what I had done, where I am also in the video. There's my face is also being visible. So the voice is associated to the face and they know that this singer is Armaan Malik.
आजाना फरारी में एक बार मैं तो हूँ तैयारी में मेरे यार होगा जब सनसेट तब मैं तुझसे करूँगा प्यार 100 बार.
And that is happening, the more it's happening, it's accelerating because of social media. And definitely I feel this is the start of a whole new shift in the definition of stars. Singers also are stars in their own right. I've always held that perspective that I told you before also in the West how singers are even more bigger than actors.
Absolutely.
If you spot an actor or a singer on an airport, I always go by the airport. If there's madness at the airport, you understood that that person's achieved something.
Right.
So if you see an actor, Hollywood actor or a Hollywood singer, definitely there'll be madness for the musician or the singer. And that does not stay there, ki actors are bigger than singers. They all are equal.
Absolutely.
It's just that the persona of a singer and a musician there is so much more than people back here. We sing and we do shows. That's it. There's nothing else added to that. There's no styling happening. Actually, somewhere I feel there's an inward problem also of singers, an inherent problem that they don't want to come. They've been suppressed so much that when they want to come to the fore, they're a little hesitant. So when I go to a red carpet or when I go to any of these awards or wherever I go, I like being dressed up and I like looking good. That's something that adds to your personality and you become not just a singer, you become larger than life. And I think that's my aim.
Okay.
I want to be a singing star of the country.
You are. You already are actually. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Justin Bieber is, you consider him as one of your idols, and he was heavily criticized for lip syncing, and even apart from the fact that lip syncing is fine, but some of the songs he did not even make efforts to do the lip syncing. He was drinking water while the song went on. He did perform to at least 4 or 5 songs. He did play on guitar, and I think they were wonderful.
Yeah.
And so how do you react to this criticism that the
to
way
be
he
honest,
was
I actually
trolled in a way?
He's done like around 200 shows in the whole world. After a point, as an artist, you become so exhausted and so tired of doing the same routine. To be honest, our show does not change from each show. Our show is the same. Like there's a set list everyone follows. There was a little bit of people felt that he could have performed a few other songs which we had, like example, there was a song which had come out, Despacito, and 2-3 other songs which had become hit, and I'm the One. There's another song which had become hit at just a week before the concert, and just a few fans, or fans like me as well, we expected him to sing a few lines, even if not the whole song, just like a cappella, just take the mic and sing. So certain things, I think this was the first time a big global star was coming to India, so the expectations were too much out of the concert. And none of them have seen his concerts before. Even I have not seen. So we kind of judged him by this concert, which is kind of wrong in a way. Even I had voiced where I felt, I felt so much more could have been done. But I know from an artist's perspective as well how much he mentally must be also exhausted, physically exhausted. Like you could see it that, he was affected by the heat first of all in our city. Second, he's gone to continents, different Australia, USA, Europe, and he's traveled like Japan and all, and then arrived in India, and the same night that he's arrived, he has to do the show. You know, it's the same morning he's arrived,
right.
in the night he has to do the show. It's not easy. It definitely is not easy. And when it comes to lip syncing, actually, quite a few of the artists, including me, for a certain section of the songs, we do lip syncing, and I'm not disagreeing to that, because if you see award shows also, many of the times people ask us, ki, you know, y'all say y'all are singers, but then y'all are lip syncing. I was like, you know, there's a certain prerequisite that all these award shows, the sound level is not that great. So instead of risking our performance, we wanted to be a good-looking performance and come out well, and that's the reason. And actually, it happened recently on one of my performance videos where I'd done a medley of all my songs at the Mirchi Music Awards, which recently had happened. And us pe likha tha ki, you know, you're talking about Justin Bieber's lip sync or other people's lip sync. I didn't talk about lip sync, but just generally they feel that, you know, that's the topic and you yourself are doing that. So I said there's always a reason for that. 85, 90% of everyone's shows, like who are the real singers out there, they definitely do a live show. But there is a certain part of the show where we do lip sync, because it's humanly impossible to do a 2.5 or 2 hour show with a voice. It's a muscle at the end of the day. It's a muscle at the end of the day. And when we see fans, when we see a huge crowd, we become energetic. We tend to use our voice more than we actually should. You know, there have been times where I went for a US tour and I came back and I was really, really down because my whole throat was paining. I never knew how, you know, there's a certain thing called voice culture. You're supposed to know how much you have to use your voice on shows. So these kind of aspects are not common to our country. People are like, हाँ गाना मिला, show करना है आपको, and they keep on singing for 2 to 3 hours without knowing that, you know, there's a shelf life of your voice as well. You have to know how to, you know, conservatively use your voice. So then I spoke to my mentor, Salim Merchant. He does a lot of shows, Salim Suleiman, over the country and you know, globally as well. So they said, let the mic do the amplification, not the voice. So don't shout into the mic. Let the mic be loud enough so that it can amplify to whoever's sitting in the audience. You sometimes feel wo wahan tak pahunch raha nahi meri awaaz, so you try to exert more.
Absolutely.
So he's saying, you know, just you be normal, let the mic do the job. So these kind of things really helped me, and now I've started learning how to conserve my voice to last for 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So I definitely know what must be going on in Justin Bieber's mind, and it's wrong actually to bombard a person so young, and actually social media becomes very harsh.
Absolutely.
It becomes, and when you see even when I see comments, when I had actually done something, his fans also got angry at me, you know. So I had written a small heartfelt note to all his fans as well, saying that, you know, I have nothing against him. I have been, you know, I have seen him grow as an artist, and I have really been a fan of his music. We just felt that honestly, सब fans में एक होता है कि, you know, we want him to, मेरा जो favorite song है उसको गाना चाहिए, वैसा सबका एक होता है.
Absolutely. Too many demands.
Too many expectations, demands, and I think it just went against him. And he's a 23, 24-year-old guy. And so much has happened to him that it's tough to, you know. I'm also learning on the go. I'm not used to what's happening with me as well.
Right. How old have you turned?
I just turned 22 on 22nd of July.
22 on 22nd of July. Great. You were speaking about Nawazuddin recently and short while back, and you've done a song, Barfani, which is trending as we speak right now.
Oh, it is?
On
already?
Twitter, yes. It is trending right now on Twitter. So awesome. What is that song? Because this is a bit of an unconventional route for you.
Definitely. A lot of my fans have heard me sing in romantic songs. They've heard me sing sad romantic, happy romantic. They've also heard me sing a few peppy songs like Buddhu Saman, Ufiye Noor, Saw Asman, which have a little bit of EDM touch to it.
Correct.
But सबको ऐसा लगता था that, you know, I've always gone very easy with my singing. I've always kept my singing plain and not done too much of murkhiyas and harkats, and, you know, they didn't know that aspect of and actually I didn't get an opportunity in a song to do that. Even when I'd sung Main Rahun Ya Na Rahun, I had the scope of doing a lot of harkats, and as a singer you have that little bit of itch to do extra murkhis and harkats. When the composer, Amal in this case, told me, you know, I don't want all that. I want it to be pure, straight lines, emotions. It has to connect to the person. So we have to keep the composer in mind as well. So many times people ask us, you know, you've been singing straight, you don't know how to sing classical and all that. I was like, I've learned classical, it's just not, I've not got an opportunity to show. And finally I got a call from Gaurav the Gaonkar, who's, you know, composed this song. He told me, I have a very special song for you, send me the song. Told me, let me know if you like it and then, you know, we can dub it. I told, yeah, for sure, just send me the song. And then when I heard it, I said, this is a chance I've got to show what I am as a singer, what I am capable of doing. Also, you know, I have these harkats and murkis in my voice. I just wanted to come to the fore, and this is the perfect opportunity.
ये बर्फानी रातें पिघल जाने दो.
And I had not sung for Nawazuddin ever before. And he happened to come for the recording actually. He came for the recording, he sat with me, and you know, as a person who gets into the skin of his character, he wanted to see how I get into the skin of my song and what is my process as a singer when I listen to a song and when I want to dub the song. So that was really, really interesting to see that.
Great. And can you hum a couple of lines for us?
Of course, I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
So as of now, I was so fresh in my mind, I don't remember the lyrics.
No, it's
so
fine.
I'm just going to take the help of the lyrics.
Absolutely.
ये बर्फानी रातें पिघल जाने दो. ये बर्फानी रातें पिघल जाने दो. शीत लहर सी है सांसों में, आँच मिले तेरी बाहों में. शीत लहर सी है सांसों में, आँच मिले तेरी बाहों में. आज तो हमें जल जाने दो. जल जाने दो. ये बर्फानी रातें पिघल जाने दो.
This is amazing. I'm literally like, you know, you can see my goose pimples right now. I can feel my goose pimples. This is really amazing, and this is completely unlike that. I think what you I think this is wonderful stuff.
Thank you so
जितना
much.
जल्दी आपने introvertedness से आपने outgoing हुए हैं, उतनी जल्दी you have taken this step.
Definitely, I think it's important that people get to know this side of Armaan.
No, this is
Malik
wonderful.
well.
This is really, and this song still hasn't come out.
It's come out actually. Videos
Today.
come out. It's trending, as you said.
Yeah.
You just told me it's trending.
Okay,
on
I've not
Twitter.
seen that. Okay.
Videos come out with the song.
Right.
Some of my fans obviously can't see explicit content, so I've told them, you know, wait, audio bhi aayega to main aapko share karunga.
I've not seen. Okay, I'll definitely see it
so
right
for
away.
the first time, actually, Nawaz has done quite a few steamy scenes in the video.
I've seen the promo.
ये बर्फानी रातें पिघल जाने दो.
Actually, you know, freakily, I've always been singing songs which have these kind of content in the videos. Be it तुम्हें अपना बनाने का from Hate Story, वजह तुम हो, और प्यार मांगा है. So all these, whenever I share the videos, the fans are like, we're waiting for the song audio to come out, then tell us. Because my age group of the fans who listen to me are from like 10 onwards to 20, 25.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad I get to do songs like this.
No, I think this is really nice. This is really nice. Okay, Armaan, we have
ready
questions.
to take the barrage
I was thinking of starting right away with the fan questions, but we just had too many other things to discuss as well. But let's start the fan questions now. This is Shahina
_ AM, I guess.
Mauritius. AM _ Shahina.
Yeah.
Apart from singing, what do you love the most?
Apart from singing, what I love the most, I love food. Actually, if I was not a musician, I would have definitely been a chef. And
you like to cook as well?
I love cooking, yeah. Even though I can't really cook properly, I make really good, amazing breakfast. So, ghar mein, whenever anyone wants eggs, I'm the go-to guy.
Oh, that's very interesting.
And in the future, I want to open a restaurant as well.
Oh, wow.
With a musical theme or something like that. So that's my
Asha ji
dream.
has done that.
Yeah.
Asha ji has done
It's called Asha's, yeah.
Yeah, Asha ji
So
has
it's
done
my dream that, you know, when I get enough capital and money,
which will happen very soon.
yeah, I will invest that into restaurant.
This is Sreoshi from Kolkata.
Okay.
SREOSHEE. When will he organize a meet and greet session with the Armanians?
Meet and greet actually has to happen all across of India and everywhere. So I'm actually planning a tour of India as well, because actually properly nahi hua hai. I've done a US UK tour before I did an India tour. So
Right.
my Indian fans are like, how can you go there? So I have to yet plan an India tour, and it'll happen soon, and I will come to Kolkata and do a meet and greet. Sreoshi, right?
Okay, yeah, Sreoshi, yes.
Yeah.
This is Shantanu Das from Kolkata.
I have a lot of fans
Yeah.
from
Kolkata.
West Bengal and Kolkata.
Why are you looking so attractive? Which is your most favorite instrument? Now, this is a guy asking you why are you looking so attractive.
Wow. Thank you, man.
It's a free world.
No,
It's a
no,
free
no,
world. Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
No, but it makes me feel good about myself as well. That, you know.
No, absolutely. आज के time पे that arena is very well represented as well.
Yeah.
So you cannot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what's his name?
Shantanu Das.
Okay. So,
Which
he's
is-
what's the second part of the
Which
question?
is your most favorite instrument?
My most favorite instrument, actually, as every fan of mine knows, is the guitar. And if after that I really love an instrument, it is the piano. So Amal interestingly plays the piano and I play the guitar. And he always wanted to play the guitar. He's like, "Meko sikha de, I want to be a rock star on stage. And
Oh, okay.
teach me the guitar." Because he feels piano is a little uncle type instrument. And guitar is more like a young and
cool.
rock star kind of a thing. So Amal keeps on telling me every day he'd say, teach me how to play the guitar.
No, but I think Amal, in spite of the fact that he's extremely young,
Yeah.
because of the way you guys have had, the struggle that you guys have faced, he has grown much faster.
Yeah.
And he has that quality of
Definitely.
being an elderly guy in terms of, and he's
No,
extremely-
for anything, he's my go-to guy for learning anything about. Sometimes I'm kind of scared of क्या वो लिख दे कभी on Facebook and Twitter. But now actually he's calmed down quite a bit, and he's focusing on a lot of the work and music. Because he you know what, he's a very honest person, very very honest. He's more honest than me also. मैं थोड़ा सा I kind of be a little politically correct sometimes, because I don't like hurting people or rubbing people in a wrong way. So we both would write the same thing, but in very different ways. Like I would present it in a more clean version, his would be an explicit version. So we both have this really contrasting personalities, and I think it's great. We get to learn something from each other.
Absolutely. This
And
is
जो आप बोल रहे हो मैं थोड़ा extrovert हुआ हूँ, वो उसके वजह से हुआ थोड़ा.
great. This is Shikha from Guwahati. Can you please sing a few lines of हुआ है आज पहली बार for me?
Sure. हुआ है आज पहली बार जो ऐसे मुस्कुराया हूँ, तुम्हें देखा तो जाना ये कि क्यों दुनिया में आया हूँ.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, let's take it a bit quickly so that we can
Okay.
take as many questions as possible.
Done.
There are too many of them. This is Harshika Saha from Bhopal. What he would do if he'll meet Deepika? Also, any plans for AM Live # in Bhopal?
Okay. What if I meet Deepika? I think I would be speechless, because I really adore her, and I'm really in love with Deepika. I just hope Ranveer doesn't beat me up. That's all. But I've never met Deepika. Actually, I've never met Deepika, and it's just so happens that whenever I arrive at any award function or wherever I have a chance of meeting her, she's just not there in the vicinity.
Oh, wow.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, I get to meet
I hope.
and probably sing for her, I guess.
What will you sing for her?
तुमको पाया है तो जैसे खोया हूँ. It's from her movie. मैं अगर कहूँ. I just did a mashup of that
Okay.
song with Boldan Azhar on the T-Series mixtape.
Right.
thing. So I'd definitely sing that.
Okay, this is Mithila from Bangladesh. When are we going to see you composing for Amal? That would be something different and special.
Actually, they've been asking when will be the a role reversal where he's singing and I'm composing a song.
Right.
हो जाएगा, don't worry. Amal loves singing actually, and it started with O Khuda and Hero, and went on with Ashik Surrender, which went on to do really, really well.
Right. in
So
Badri
he's
Badrinath.
definitely looking at singing a lot more songs. So, and me composing, I'm not too sure as of now. But हर जगह मेरे को singer composer बोलते हैं. But actually, I'm not a film composer at all. I compose for my heart. I compose for non-film songs. Like if Ajana Ferrari mein, I have inputs of my own because that's something which not script based. So I know what to do with my music.
Okay, this is Anshul from Pune. Apart from your brother Amal, whom you have liked as a music composer that you've worked with?
Apart from Amal, I think the biggest inspirations and the biggest comfort level that I've had is with Salim Sulaiman.
Oh, okay.
And they've actually seen me grow as a singer. The first song that I'd sung for a children's movie was for Salim Sulaiman in Chain Kuli Ki Main Kuli.
Okay.
And I was around 11 or 12 at that point of time. So they've seen me transition from a 11, 12-year-old singer to a 16-year-old singer when I was working with Salim on my album called Armaan. He did a single with me called Crazy Connection.
Correct.
फिर उसके बाद I did a song called Aulia in Ungli, which got me the GMA, my first award actually in life,
Okay.
GMA award.
Okay.
And I've sung a lot of songs for him, and just I really adore Salim
Both of
Sulaiman
them.
as a composer.
Okay, this is Aisha from Hyderabad. Can you please sing a few lines of Jab Tak for me, as this is my most favorite song and she's hiding her eyes.
तुझ पे सजे खूबसूरत लगे ऐसा क्या दूं तुझे ऐसा क्या दूं तुझे हाथों की ये लकीरें सभी पहना दूं तुझे पहना दूं तुझे जब तक मेरी उंगलियां तेरे बालों से कुछ कह ना ले जब तक तेरी लहर में ख्वाहिशें मेरी बह ना ले हाँ मेरे पास तुम रहो जाने की बात ना करो.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is Insane Chokra at the rate Insane Chokra. Name is not given.
Okay.
Armaan Malik, when will he get married? My GF damn crazy about him.
So if his GF is damn crazy and he's asking why am I getting married, like when am I getting
Yeah,
married?
so
Doesn't relate, but
no. Basically, I think
okay.
The way I can
I would
put it
really
in
want him to
perspective
get
that-
married to his girlfriend first.
I don't know. maybe it's like
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, marriage is definitely not on the cards as of now. I'm just 22, man. Don't tie me down so fast.
Okay, Sneha from Bhopal. What were you feeling when you were lying on land and experiencing the beauty of the beautiful skies of New Zealand?
Wow. It definitely was life-changing for me. I had overworked myself in these 2-3 years that how much ever I've done the body of work, and it just I was on what do you say, autopilot mode, and I was just working. I never took out time for myself. So I decided 1 month I'll just give a break. I switched off. I'd obviously updated photos and all. I can't stop doing that. But I kind of switched off from my music. I didn't carry my guitar, which I always do on every trip. I didn't take my laptop. I just wanted to be with nature, just explore. I did adventures that I'm scared of heights. I did quite a few adventurous things.
Okay.
Like zip lining and a sky walk and all those kind of things. So it was really, really amazing and definitely life-changing, that whole trip for me.
Okay, this is Ankana from Guwahati. Which songs would you like to recreate? Any songs would you like to recreate? English or Hindi, either of them.
Actually, इतने सारे recreations हो गए अभी industry में. I'm like, अभी कौन सा बचा हुआ है to recreate? But there is this one song I've shared with you also that I've always loved, हमें तुमसे प्यार कितना, by Kishore Kumar. So even if not in a movie, I'd like to do it, even if it's just on my channel or just like a video that I wanted to do. I'll definitely choose that song and recreate that.
Let's have a couple of lines of that. Na? Let's see.
Okay.
तुम्हें कोई और देखे तो जलता है दिल बड़ी मुश्किलों से फिर संभलता है दिल क्या क्या जतन करते हैं तुम्हें क्या पता ये दिल बेकरार कितना ये हम नहीं जानते
मगर जी नहीं सकते तुम्हारे बिना हमें तुमसे प्यार।
वाह वाह, wonderful man, wonderful.
अभी मैं थोड़े क्लासिकल जोन में चला गया हूँ, तो जहाँ पे भी मिल रहा है मैं सब मुर्कियाँ कर रहा हूँ।
No, but it's wonderful. It's really even I think your voice is sounding very different from
Yeah.
because पहले आपके आवाज में एक English feel काफी ज्यादा थी, Western feel काफी ज्यादा थी. This
एक्चुअली
is
मेरी
far more
आवाज
different.
में मतलब आई ट्रेन्ड इन इंडियन क्लासिकल, बट जो मुझे नेचुरली आती है, द आवाज दैट एक्चुअली कम्स आउट ऑफ माय throat, it has a little bit of the
Western,
Western thing,
right.
because I really love English music. It's something that's really close to my heart. Bollywood happened because I was born in the family. So.
Right.
But my ultimate dream, as I told you, is to go global.
Absolutely, I think you will. You will. This is Aryasha from Delhi. What is that one thing about beaches which attracts him towards them?
I think when I go to beaches, there are really beautiful people all around me. That's first of all the attraction. Second thing is that I get to be me, and there's no one judging anyone at a beach. That's the best part. Everyone's in their own world. They have their own food basket, and they have their cabanas, and no one cares about anyone. Everyone's in their own world, and it's a carefree place. So I think I really enjoy the vibe of a beach.
Okay, this is Ruby Saha from West Bengal, Siliguri. What's your favorite, tea or coffee?
Tea, definitely. Tea, and specifically green tea.
Green tea.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Surya Mitra from Kolkata. Once again, many people say Armaan is a future Sonu Nigam. How does he react to that?
I kind of smile a lot when anyone tells me that, because for me, I've always been a fan of Sonu ji. You also know that. And recently, जब मैंने Goggle song गाया था, I got the opportunity to do it
Mubaraka.
with none other than Sonu Nigam for Mubaraka, yes.
Right.
And he was in Canada at that point of time, and he did a small Facebook video, and he mentioned my name. This is the first time I've sung a duet with my Jan Armaan, and that kind of just the only person actually I can stutter or not talk properly in front of is Sonu Nigam.
Oh.
No big actor, no one can make me feel like that what Sonu Nigam can.
Oh, okay. Krishma from Mumbai, cuteness का राज बताओ please.
एक्चुअली प्रोडक्ट निकालना पड़ेगा मेरी क्यूटनेस का, अभी पता नहीं मेरे को फिलहाल.
Shahina from Mauritius, your favorite street food?
Favorite street food? I like shawarma.
Okay. Oh, great. Now this is a very interesting question because this is something that you're already doing.
This is like a full Ask Armaan session
जी
happening.
बिल्कुल. This is Zoya Mahi from Mumbai. Armaan is known for trying different things. Will he try something in Sufi like Bhardo Jholi or Tajdare Haram?
I definitely would love to explore.
After I think this one,
After
Barfani.
Barfani, I think a lot of music composers will get to know what I can sing. Abhi tak there's always been this thing that I'm romantic singer, prince of romance, all those things, names of flying in the air, and he's only a melodious singer. But something like this, when it comes out, actually you just need one chance or one opportunity to show what you're capable
Absolutely.
of. And I think through Barfani, many composers will get to know what my forte is. Not only romantic, that I can do a lot more things. And Sufi, definitely I would love to try my hand at Sufi, something like what Nusrat Saab has done, or all the big artists have done, Rahat Fateh Ali Khan, amazing people. So I would definitely want to try that genre.
This is Mariam from Dhaka, Bangladesh. So which type of song do you like, romantic or rock?
Romantic
Rocks.
or rock?
Yeah.
I love both actually. I like rock a lot, and on my live shows also, some of my romantic songs I've converted them into
A rock song.
a rock song, so that when you hear a song on your phone or your iPod or whatever, and when you come to a live show, I want you to have that thing ki it's not going to be exactly like the recording.
Absolutely.
I wanted to have that novelty ki I heard this version only on Armaan's show, something like that.
Can you give us an example, please?
Like Mujhko Barsat Bana Lo, if you hear the song, it has this heavy guitar thing happening in the original also, but it doesn't have a acoustic drum. It has a programmed beat which is there, like the touch. It has something like that, but it's like programmed, which is computer based. So what I do on my live show is like proper hard rock version of that, where I play the electric guitar, and like I'm going to be starting to use the electric guitar more often now, and just rocking out to that song. So many wouldn't expect that kind of a version.
Can we hear that?
No, voice remains the same. It's just
voice
the
remains.
arrangement.
Okay. No huskiness and all that. Okay. Okay, this is the last question that we've taken. I'm sorry about that. There are hundreds of them, but he has got a lot of other things lined up right now. So this is Harshika from Bhopal.
Okay.
What's your favorite dessert? You know, these are very simple questions, but I think
It makes
fans,
a huge difference. Makes a huge difference.
because these are small things, but I think small things make a
Definitely.
difference. Yeah.
My favorite dessert is creme brulee. It's have you had a creme brulee?
No, I don't
It's
know.
basically like a custard kind of a thing, but on top they put a little bit of sugar, and they take a flame and they glaze the top of the custard. So when you break into it with a spoon, the upper ka half is hard.
Right.
So it's very interesting looking also. For me, food, if it looks good, I like it more. Like for me, the looks are very important for food.
Yeah. So I think singers, musicians, music composers, they've always had this
Big
thing.
foodies.
Khana
Big-
and Gana, दोनों में एक similarity
Definitely.
बहुत
आप अगर
बहुत
देखो
ज़्यादा है.
कोई भी हो, after we finish a very heavy music session, हम लोग को एक ही चीज सोचता है कि हम लोग का बटर चिकन, दाल मखनी, नान और चावल कहाँ से आने वाला है. Any musician you see it, be it Amal, me, Salim Suleiman, actually we've had so much food at their studio. We keep calling biryani and
Right.
all these kind of things. And recently, actually during Eid also, we did this one thing called thal. So thal is like it's more like a bori style of eating. Gujaratis also do that, but in Muslims actually they have this one big thal, and 4 people eat from the same plate. It just kind of just brings
Mohabbat
people
badhti hai.
together and
Okay.
mohabbat badhti hai. So I think that kind of session we had recently during Eid, and that was amazing. We had like pulao, biryani, and nalli nihari, and
Wow.
stuff like that. So it's a delight for all musicians.
After this interview, he's going to have a lot of food as
No,
well.
I'm on a diet, please.
Okay, Armaan, if you can please give us the names of movies that people can hear your songs.
I have sung a song in Golmaal 4.
Oh,
If
wow.
I'm-
Golmaal
4 ही है
again.
ना?
Golmaal again.
Golmaal again. Okay. Number I've lost the count. How many Golmaals? have
Golmaal
come?
again. Yeah.
Golmaal again, and that's a very cool song, and it's one of Ajay Devgan's favorite in his movie.
Okay.
In this movie. So yeah, I'm singing that, and a few other projects. As I told, I'm still working on the song with my dad, which is
Okay. You told in New York recently.
I told in New York as well. So वो अभी फिलहाल डैड के लिए हम लोग को टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है. So dad has been telling us तुम मेरे साउंड को बैक सीट पर रखते हो तुम लोग हर टाइम. So I have to remove time for that. We're going to produce the song, make a video for it, and remove it as a single, non-film single. Films wise, there's a few. I think I'm singing also for a Tiger Shroff movie. I don't know which movie it is till now, but Amal has told me it's for a tiger.
Rambo or maybe
I don't know which one
Student
it
of the
is.
Year. Part two.
But it's there are 2 songs actually, one dance and one love song. So I'm getting to do a combination of both the songs.
Okay.
So it's good. It's good fun. This year is going to be fun.
Good fun and loads of stuff lined up as
And
well.
tours actually. Tours
Acha,
and,
you are.
tours and concerts. Lot of stuff is happening. I'm going Europe and
Oh,
those
wow.
kind of places. So
Wow.
it's fun.
All right. So Armaan Malik, as always, wonderful talking to you.
Same here,
and
sir.
happy
Always.
birthday to you once again.
Thank you.
And congratulations for all the wonderful stuff that you've been doing. And I think it's really wonderful that you've taken this time off and for yourself for a month in New Zealand. I think
yeah.
that's extremely important.
Because then you work better, I feel. I just
Definitely.
feel you take a break and then come back, then just your work becomes better.
Especially for a creative person, it's extremely important to detach
definitely.
and just come back. Okay. So thank you very much and all the best wishes, man.
Always a
Thank you
pleasure,
very much
sir.
for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. That's all we have from BollywoodHungama. Keep on watching.
Yeah.